Hey, what's going on? What's going on? New video. Today I want to talk about why your masculinity is important and is needed. And I have three reasons why that I'm going to break down and able to help you understand why you should be maintaining your masculinity and doing everything you can to be as masculine as possible and just being the best version of yourself. So the first reason I have is that being masculine, you're not always going to be liked, but you're going to be respected. When you start showing those masculine traits of, such as I would say, speaking with authority, telling people the honest truth, setting boundaries, and telling people no. If you look around a room and observe the vibe of the room, you will notice that people not gonna like it. People not gonna like it. It's like giving people that pill to swallow. Pills that we need don't taste so good, but they they give us what we need in order for us to be healthy and to be back in back in our best version of ourselves. So when you're telling people the truth, I think that's a masculine trait. You telling people the truth. Number one, you're not beating around the bush. You're not telling people what they want to hear, because you can't help people grow. You can't help people develop if you are not telling them the truth. If you just constantly telling people what they want to hear, you're basically enabling them to keep doing what they're doing. And what's going to happen is that it's going to lead them into more depression. It's going to lead them into failure. It's going to lead them into taking a longer time to achieve their success. So you have to just cut to the chase, tell people the truth. Sometimes it's not going to be so nice, when you just tell people, look, you fat, you lazy, you keep doing the same thing over and over, you have these negative habits, you're not going to get nowhere in life. You help people, they may not like it. The truth hurts. Some people not ready for it because it takes away their delusion or what they believe about themselves. But telling people the truth helps people look in the mirror and know their weaknesses and their strengths, so they can know what platform or what solid basis that they can start from. But when you lie to people and don't keep it real with people, they they have a hard time getting off the ground as far as being a better version of themselves. And telling people the truth helps you release your emotions. It's a very masculine trait not to hold on to things, because holding on to things makes us more emotional as men. We have to get things out. We have to be external. The male part, like the plug, certain hookups in your with your connections, with your cables, it's always the part that sticks out. Even the penis and stuff like that. Everything, it sticks out. That's the thing about a male. You wanna stick out. You wanna get things out. You don't want to hold things in. That's more of a female trait. That's more of something that's taken away from masculinity. So telling people the truth, saying no, setting boundaries, telling people what's the problem, why we can't get along, the things that bother you about people. You have to tell people, how far they can go as far as dealing with you. And what happens is that you help people become better persons. You make people aware of their problems. It's a masculine trait to just set boundaries. Tell people no and don't enable people. You make them better, and you don't have to deal with so much bull crap. If you notice, the people who say no, they're looked at as the mean people, or the people don't really like. But you will notice one thing about people who say no is that those people, you never see them getting finessed. You never see them getting fooled. You never see them getting into a lot of drama with people. Just in little messed up situations that we don't want to be in. Just saying no and just being honest and upfront with people. Speaking with authority. The way you speak, determines how people receive it. When you say things in more of a soft voice or soft tone, you're more likely to get ignored. You're more likely for people to just lose attention while you're talking. You may be giving a speech and you're not speaking with authority. You're not saying things with your chest. You're not speaking loud. You're not speaking with soul, with honesty, with conviction. Yeah, speaking with conviction in order to make people listen to you. It's masculine to say things with conviction and say things like you mean it. So you have to put more bass in your voice. If you'll notice, like, so if we did like a competition, if we let Morgan Freeman or somebody like Blair Underwood, guys just known for having like strong voices, and you put them against who has a soft voice, who has soft, someone with a soft voice, you'll notice that they get more. You'll notice that people like Morgan Freeman or Michael Bluffer that does the Let's Get Ready to Rumble, you'll notice those people get more attention. As a man, you want to say things with authority. You want to say things like you mean it. You don't want to just talk with a soft voice. You'll notice that men who grew up with like a more of a female influence in their lives, maybe single mother homes, who just grew up with a lot of women, you'll notice that they have more softer tone voices. So yeah, you want to just say things, like you mean it. You don't want to speak soft. You don't want to say things, under your breath. You want to make sure people hear you and understand you. That will help you get your point across more. People may not like those things, but they're going to respect you at the end of the day. When people look back on their dealings with their dealings with you, their relationships, you may be a teacher, they're going to realize, that you was helping them. You was helping them the whole time. You may have those hard college coaches. You may have those hard teachers who were kind of hard on you in class, but they made you a better person. And you didn't like them. You didn't like doing extra homework. You didn't like them telling you the truth and hurting your feelings, saying that you've made a 60 on your report card and in front of everybody, or just telling you lazy and you need to do better. But, it can make you a better person, and you will get the likeness and you can get the respect as a byproduct. Number 2 reason. Being masculine is best for the world's protection, success, and vision. Masculinity, it keeps the world going. The most masculine occupations, or the most male dominated occupations, because they need the strength of a male. You got your truck drivers, you got your construction workers, your mechanics, your police officers. These jobs you're gonna mostly see males in. And if you'll notice that hopefully you don't notice, but if you just think about it, if these particular occupations where these guys work at, if they just decided not to come to work, or they weren't able to come to work, our society would collapse very fast. Maybe in a couple of days, we'll be struggling if the truck drivers can't deliver the products to the stores in order to go out to people's homes and get them what they need, or wherever the products go to certain businesses to provide for us people to live. We wouldn't have resources. We wouldn't have the things we need to survive. If your mechanic stopped coming to work and you got an oil leak, your alternator, your radiator bust, you need an oil leak seal, you need your oil changed and things like that. Your engine not running or something like that, and then your mechanic is not at work. You can't get to work. You can't provide for your family. You can't have your transportation. You can't have your transportation to get what you need. If our police officers wasn't here, our neighborhoods wouldn't be safe. Crime would go up. It wouldn't be no one to stop these people. These are masculine jobs that's going to keep society successful, keep society protected, so that people can live a safe existence in their life just by these simple occupations. This is masculinity. This is masculinity that needs to be maintained, because it's protecting people, it's helping people to do the things that they need to do. I don't want to take a shot at women, but if you found out that women built a building, would you go in that building? Would you go to that second floor? Those are very masculine jobs, from like construction workers. That strength, the extra torque that a man can then put into a screw and make it more tight, that's gonna make it firm and stable. I done had plenty of women, my mother, my sister, etc., asked me to unscrew a cookie jar and things like that. So can you imagine like that femininity building a building? That's more of masculine. It's more of masculinity. The strength, the physical strength of a man is a man using his physical strength is more of him being in his masculinity. That helps and keeps us stable and successful. Masculine influence. So when we have a masculine influence in our lives, we're able to have successful families and raise kids that's going to understand the value of hard work, self-discipline. These kids are more likely to build solid businesses. They won't be a detriment on society that's causing chaos, such as crimes and domestic abuse. These guys will most likely have control over their emotions, and that's going to provide a benefit. They're going to be more of a benefit to society the more we stay into our masculinity, and the more we can keep on influencing the masculinity and just helping society be protected and keep growing in a positive manner. The women and children will be safe, and we will all win in the end. Women will also win. It won't just be more of a gender war. Women and men benefit from masculine energy. Number 3 reason, not being masculine is not desirable, to be honest. Masculine men, they win with women. They're more apt to have women submit to them. They get sex, they pass the shit test, or they pass shit tests without trying, because they were raised in a way that they don't put women on a pedestal. Masculine men are respected by men. They lead men. I've never seen a feminine man, a man that's scared to speak up, a man with a soft voice, a man that's not telling the truth. I never seen a man like that be the leader of men. Men lose respect for those type of men. They run over those type of men. They boss those type of men around. They just overall just don't listen to those type of men. Those men will most likely get pushed to the back and ignored. It's just how it goes when you're dealing with men. Even men who don't get along can have respect for each other if they're in their masculinity. So if two guys are not getting along, they've been in a fight before, no matter who won or lost, they know the other one is not going to take no crap from the other one. So he just respects it, because you may win, but I'm not going to let you get out of this fight easy. And they can just have a mutual respect. That man stood up for himself. Now, when you think about your football team, your basketball team, whatever team you're on, think about the players that you would like to be in the game with you. So if you're going up against another team and they got strong, aggressive players on the floor, and they're coming at you, you don't want no soft guys on the floor with you. You don't want no soft guys in the game with you. You want the strongest, most alpha guys that's going to step up to the plate, that's going to fight back, that's going to help you guys win the game. You don't want some feminine dude that's scared, that's running from competition, to be on the same floor with you. Now, you guys may conflict as far as butting heads. Two alphas they may conflict as far as butting heads, as far as just getting along with each other. But that's a good guy that you can count on the same team with you. These feminine guys, or whatever, guys who are in too much in their femininity, they may not even make the team. Look at your starters. Like the coach always goes with the guy who is the most logical, the guy who is the most assertive and aggressive, the guy who is that's going to step up to the plate and that's going to be loyal to the team. And they're looked at more as the leader of men, a guy that's going to help guys win. Women lose respect for guys that are not in their masculinity. When you're not in your masculinity, you're more apt to get talked to disrespectfully by women. You're more apt to get cheated on, and that's for another video. But overall, don't get tricked into don't get tricked out of your masculinity with the gender equality. It's not really gender equality. It's just women trying to take over. Don't get fooled into your masculinity by people telling you it's okay to cry and talk about your feelings. That's all manipulation. Yes, it's okay for a man to, talk about it, but you want to be very careful with who you talk to. And you don't want to be crying and talk about your feelings in public. People are not going to look at you the same. You can't go from a tough guy to crying and then go back to a tough guy. Like once you show that soft side to people, they know that it's there, and they can also see it as a weakness, and it's not going to help your masculine frame. So that can be for another video as well. But overall, those are the three things of why I think masculinity is important and is needed in this world, and why you should keep maintaining your masculinity. And if not, you should be maintaining your masculinity. It's for men. Women, be feminine. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you think about the video in the comment section. Peace.